Coming to you live from a garage in Gainesville, Florida, like two muertos de hambres, it's El Cuban Dudes Show with Andy and Abel. From the 305 to the 352, from Miami to Gainesville to Orlando to Tallahassee to Jacksonville and beyond. It's time for El Cuban Dudes Show of Florida. Dale. Welcome to another episode. Whoa, I'm a little loud there. Welcome to another episode of a Cuban Dudes Show on a Thursday, April 14th, 2024. We got Abel on the ones and twos.
What's up, people?
Today's show is brought to you by, got the camera here, 90 miles south.
That's
from
up, baby.
90 miles south. Right here.
Let's hear it.
90 miles south.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pour myself some. This is hold on.
It's been brought to you by.
You missed a little pop on the thing.
Let me see, tranquilo, do it again. Pero
It's okay. This is a guava rum.
All right, so let's hear the quench.
The popping.
Yeah, do the popping.
I gotta be in slow motion here, bro. I got so many things going on at the same time.
All right, this is live TV. Let's just retake.
Live TV, retake. I'm gonna turn off the source as I take this shot right here. Oh,
yummy.
Fire. Literally. This thing's amazing, guys.
So, ¿a qué sabe, Andy?
Guava rum.
Wow.
Bro, honestly, you messed up.
Liquid pastelito or what?
You messed up being all sober and stuff, because this thing is amazing.
Really? Bueno,
yeah, brother.
Bueno, congratulations. I'm glad you liked it.
Not you think I might be insensitive. He's not in any AA thing or anything. It's just Abel's trying to cut down the weight.
I've cut down the weight for Hollywood.
For Hollywood.
Hollywood called and said, hey, guy.
Because, guys, guess what this week is?
Dun, dun, dun.
Boom. Collateral Interest Week.
Yeah.
Today we're joined by our special guest, Manu Cabrera, who plays Jose Andres Garcia on Collateral Interest, amongst other things. So let me put up the number here in case you guys want to give us a call. I created a new nice little overlay for you guys to check us out. Look at that. There's no excuse now, guys. 352-234-4888. You cannot miss this number. Okay, 352-234-4888. Give us a call. Talk to us. Talk to Manu, more importantly. Ask any questions, anything you want to talk about. We'll go ahead and address it on the show during our interview and whatever. So if it's something interesting, we'll definitely talk about it. So give us a call, 352-234-4888. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce my guest. But as I'm loading up the guest content, Abel, tell me something interesting like you always do.
My brother, nothing. So this week.
I always love to put you on the spot.
I mean, this week has been pretty calm as well. Thank God. They're trying to do my real estate stuff that I've kind of left it on the wayside a little bit. So I've got a lot of apartments I need to rent and get ready for sale. But other than that, everything's fantastical.
Yeah. And what's the deal with Collateral Interest?
Dude, so we had I would love for Manu to say, but we thought that it was going to come out on the 16th, and you know how it is. It's a Hollywood thing, and we're under Hollywood rules, and they're the ones that make the rules.
All right, Abel, enough. Yeah,
okay, yeah.
I'm good to go. All right, so let's check this out. Today's guest. Look at this dude.
Yeah,
I mean, look at this dude.
Like a scene from Grease.
I know, stud muffin. Today's guest is a man of many trades. He's an actor. He's a businessman, a digital marketer, a model, a jet setter, and more. He stars as Jose Andres Garcia, head of the Mexican cartel, on Collateral Interest. And I'm going to load it up so we can take a look at Manu Cabrera in Collateral Interest. I got to do my transition right here. Give me 1 second, guys. I promise we got the promo. Here we go. Boom. Jose Andres Garcia.
You gonna kill me in a fucking warehouse? Just give me a chance to get you your money, man.
I think you don't understand what I say, Dante. I say you coming with me to Mexico and kill the rest.
Don't want to get that Mexican Taco Bell order wrong.
Hey.
Let's welcome to El Cuban Dudes Show, Mr. Mino, cartel leader, also known as Mr. Manu Cabrera. Manu, welcome. And Manu, I think is there, and I think he's not there.
Hello,
Manu, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, your video is frozen. Do you mind reloading just in case? We'll be here waiting for you.
Okay.
There
Oh,
he
there
is.
you go. There you go. There you
Hey,
go.
Manu.
Manu.
Thank
Coño,
you,
that
thank
round of
you.
applause is not good enough. Let's do the real one. There you go.
The man, the myth, the legend, Manu.
Well,
Cabrera.
guys, thank you. Thank you for inviting me, Andy.
you.
Abel. Porque yo
Abel.
pensaba que yo venía para un programa en español, but anyway, there's
Oye,
no
we'll
problem. when
mix it up.
you listen the name, the Cuban dudes, it's like, okay, I'm gonna be with Cuban and I wanna be like, oye, hacer que volar, de qué vamos nosotros a hablar aquí, oye, caballero.
Oye, caballero, chico, pero ¿cómo es eso?
Oye, papu.
No, pero whenever you're comfortable speaking,
However.
yeah.
Oye, este show is a Spanglish show, so lo
Spanglish.
mismo que inglés que en Spanish.
Y acuerda
This
que
is
somos
Spanish.
familia.
I can see that, yes.
Yeah, somos familia y
Especially,
tú tira todo.
Special because of the word that you use. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oye, are you in Dominican Republic right now?
No, I am back in Miami. Actually, Hollywood, because we always call Miami. No matter where you are, you can be in Fort Lauderdale, in Miramar, in Ventura, but we always say Miami. I don't know why. I live in Hollywood, downtown Hollywood, so I am back. I came back yesterday, finally, after filming another movie in Dominican Republic.
Wow, but you've been busy, Manu.
I've been, since God, been like really good. After we finished with Collateral Interest,
Okay.
I've been like, doing a lot of projects, a lot of films that I really like. I mean, this is my passion.
No, I know it is.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely get into that. Manu, I wanna point out really quickly, bro. You tell me what your favorite one is. I'm gonna go first. My favorite Dominican saying or idiom is, and I wrote it out so I don't forget this. Diablo negro, pero ya deja la vaina tranquilo, ya loco. That's mine. Come on, Manu. Tell me something that I don't know.
Yeah, dinos algo.
Well, actually, I always have problem with this because even in Dominican Republic, they always ask me where I am from. So I don't have like the Dominican phrases like, oye, loco, que lo que, pa dónde tú vas, vámonos pa la vaina, deja eso. I mean, I honestly cannot give you one.
Oh,
It's the truth.
the way
I
you
always
just said
have
that
problem
alone
with
was good
that.
enough. That was Dominican enough.
Yeah, that I'm sold. That's it.
The thing is, when I am in Dominican Republic and I spend like 2, 3, 4 days there, I can get it. But even when I was living in Dominican Republic, they always ask me, "Oh, where are you from?" Because you are not Dominican, especially because of my physique, my accent, and everything. And even you say one thing that they always say. They always think I'm Greek, and I am no, I'm Dominican.
That is interesting. You know, when Abel told me you were Dominican, it kind of blew my mind a little bit. I wasn't expecting that. And
Where do you thought I was from?
I did think you were either, and I'll throw a few. I don't mean to offend, so I was just saying in general. I did think you were either European, sort of, or maybe since you were an actor, and we spoke about this with Yao the other day when everybody thinks Hispanics and actors, they think Mexican. I thought maybe Mexican, but I didn't think Dominican. I swear, man, I did not think Dominican.
The same thing happened to me when I met him. We were doing a scene and stuff, and we started talking. Y él me dijo, bueno, ¿de dónde tú crees que yo soy? Entonces yo lo miré y dije, yo no sé, un poquito, no sé si, no, because I didn't want to, I didn't want to offend anybody. So I'm like, I don't know. So could it be? I know he wasn't Cuban,
right?
So I was like, so could he be Puerto Rican? Could he be this? He's no. Yo soy dominicano, And he was like, I go, pero coño, pero no se te siente en el acento. He's on, porque todo eso
He's polished.
Yeah,
he's a sophisticated Dominican.
Super sophisticated.
No. I don't want to get in trouble with my people. But the thing is, I don't get offended when people think I'm Mexican, Argentinian, Colombian, even Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get offended of that because I think the most important thing is that we all are human beings. And that's what's important. I don't know why people, when you say, oh, are you from this country? They can get offended. So that is, for me, I think that is kind of rude. And I don't get offended with that. So I feel happy that they think I am from that different countries because I love all of them. So.
That's right.
To me, though, I'll tell you, man. Tú pareces ser clase aparte just in your own person, not because of the culture or anything. Pero bro, there isn't a single Dominican I've ever met that hasn't made me shit my pants laughing, bro. Dominicans are hilarious, bro. Just in a general conversation, just hanging out, just talking. I'm like falling off my chair, cry laughing. Just
No, and very
and you guys are
friendly.
just having a conversation. I don't understand why that is.
Very friendly people too, man. So I had
Oh
a,
yeah, I went to
has-
Punta Cana in 2001,
Uh-huh.
and it was like
Yeah, that's the
amazing.
thing. We are very friendly and we are always like happy. So even when the situation is like really bad, we just say, you know what? Vámonos a beber una cerveza allá y olvidémonos de todo.
Claro.
Everything happens. So be happy and just enjoy life.
For sure.
That's what Dominicans do.
Yeah, man, and that's the way to live. I want to get into your I want to get into your background. I want to get into your acting career here. Walk me a little bit through your arriving to the United States from Dominican Republic. Was it a shock at first? When you arrived to the United States, and how did you adjust?
It was actually very shocking. I can tell you, I was for 6 months like in a really bad depression because I didn't have friends here. I didn't have business here. I didn't know anybody. I wasn't working. So it was like really, really hard for me. I thought a different time to go back to Dominican Republic because I have my own business there. I have all my friends from school, from university, from my childhood. So I was here, and honestly, Andy, like most of the day I was crying. Especially I was living in a 43 floor that I have I don't see anybody ever. So I was like, what the hell I'm doing here? So I should go back to Dominican Republic and just live my life there. But then I was like, okay, I came here for a purpose and we're gonna achieve that. Then I was like, what can I do to make my life better here and start doing what I love to do? And this is when I came with the idea just to go back to study in the university here. I say, well, that's the best place to make people, to make friends, to know people, get business partner and everything. So I went to the university and I started like having friends, start going out, going to a party, making friends, start talking about business and get people like with my same vision. So then when I was in the third years of the university, then I say, okay, now it's time to go back to study acting. So I started asking for reference here in Miami, and a really good friend from Dominican Republic, who is an actor as well. He used to work for the Telemundo to telenovelas and everything. So he said, well, if you really want to be a good actor, you have to go to Adriana Barraza acting studio in Miami. So I was like, oh, but I know that girl. So I'm sure she was nominated for the Oscar for the movie Babel. And I was like, okay, I want to go there. So I started studying acting in the acting studio of Adriana Barraza, and I was there for 3.5 years.
Wow.
Um, I really did study, so I'm not an actor just because you have a movie and you say, "Okay, Manu, let's do this." So I went to the acting school for almost 4 years, and after that, I keep taking courses there. So I finished in 2018. Actually, I don't have like long um, career in acting, but it's been like really intense since 2018 because I've been already like in 9 movies. I've been doing theater here in Miami now with the series, so it's been like really really intense. But it all started in 2018. I always want to be an actor, but back in my country, that wasn't an option because it was no good back then. You don't have opportunity. There was no movies. Most that they do there, it was theater, and they have like a group that it was. It happens in everywhere that you have a group, and this is the only group that is gonna take all the roles. So when I came here, I saw that opportunity, and I say, you know what? Now is the time. I am in the age, and I want to do it. I like, and I think myself, I'm good doing it. So this is when
But
I
but you have all these businesses, right? In Dominican Republic, you're somewhat of an entity. You know what I mean? You have your fitness
Yeah.
place. I believe it's called. Is it MEC or MEC? I'm assuming it's MEC, right?
Well, in Spanish they call it MEC.
MEC. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
MEC
my
fits,
initials MMEC.
right, which stands for your Manuel Emilio Cabrera, right?
Yes.
Which is your initials. Fitness, and I'll load a video here of that. I mean, here's one of the commercials of your business, the one where you're the cool one walking around there. Look at Manuel. No, babaru. So you got your business. You have the your digital marketing, your entrepreneurship. I'm assuming probably beyond this in Dominican Republic, you probably have maybe other entities and other things you're working on. Why was it such a thing to try and become an actor in this country?
Honestly, because I like to close circles and I always want to do it. I started in Dominican Republic and I have to pause because the same that I say, it wasn't good back then. And I am the kind of person that I need to close circles. I cannot leave circles open. And I always, since I remember, I want to be an actor. Like
Mm.
when I was like a little kid, I always play with my cousins and my friends acting. So we didn't use to play the games that others used to play back then. We was always like doing a role. Like, okay, I am the superhero, or no, I'm the billions, and you know what, I'm the robber, and I'm gonna do this. And we was always like making a movie back then, and that was a dream that I have since I was a little kid. And I say I need to do it because I cannot die with this. Because I will come back from hell to do it.
Is your dream to ultimately push into Hollywood? Because I know you started, I think, like everybody does, kind of ramping up on smaller projects and kind of building as you're going. Right now, you have Collateral Interest, and I feel like in a certain way, you actually have kind of grown up very quickly. I think maybe you may agree in this career. Abel and I both know, because we've had conversations. Some people in the acting world spend 10, sometimes more years trying to break into even something remotely close to Collateral Interest, and here you are in that role. But is your push to go into like Hollywood, like that? Is that your push, or are you just trying to get any acting project that comes your way?
Honestly, I don't push to go to Hollywood. I think that's something that it might happen, and if happen, I will be very happy. But it's not like I'm pushing to do this. I think all actors have goals to get to Hollywood, to get to Telemundo, to get to Univision, whatever. I come from the theater, so I used to do theater more. Then when I started in the movies, I find out myself like I like more making movie than theater. Then yes, I think if I work hard, I might get it. But if I don't get it, it's not something that I would regret. Like, oh, I couldn't be in Hollywood because if I did this, if I do that, no. I'm pretty sure that I'm doing what I like. I don't think there is a small role when you are acting, especially if you are doing it because it's fun for you. Like for me, acting is fun. I don't see this like a job. I see it like a passion, and I like to do the best that I can in any production that I work, even if I just have one scene or I have the whole movie. But getting in Hollywood, yeah, I mean, it's something that I would like, but it's not something that I'm pushing it. It has to happen.
Yeah,
Like
it's just one of those things that if it
everybody to
happens
get in
organically,
Hollywood,
it'll be good.
yeah, if as I say, if the opportunity joined the preparation, things happen.
Right.
So maybe one day I'm in LA walking on the street or in a restaurant, somebody meet me and say, "Oh, I have a project that you fit in it." So it's the opportunity with the preparation, then I am there.
And you're definitely ready for that, Manu.
Thank
Because it,
you.
yeah, your all your work shows your dedication and your love to acting or to the project that you decide to take on.
Well, coming
Was
from
you
for one, I really appreciate.
Sí, mi amigo, de verdad te lo digo, yo te agradezco todo lo que te dedicaste a enseñarme y que se me quitó mucho los miedos por poder hablar contigo en esos momentos que estaba asustado cuando tenía ese proyecto delante de mí. And you sat down and we did the Zoom meetings when I know that you were extremely tired and you had just come from work and all this stuff. I'm like, let me help this young guy, not young guy, but this young actor. And you kind of helped me through that, and I got to see the bigger picture of exactly how an actor is supposed to look at the script and how he's supposed to put feelings on the sides. I mean, it was fantastic. I really appreciate you very much, by the way.
And I was really, really happy for me to do that, because when I see the result, I can see that you put so much interest in it. And como yo digo, es lo primero. O sea, si tú quieres hacerlo, si tú tienes el interés, si tú deseas hacerlo, what you did is exactly what all of us are supposed to do, to get help. Because alone we can't do it. Es como yo digo, yo no me veo en la pantalla, but you are looking at me, and if you come to me and you say, listen, I think you can do it better, and you point the mistake that I'm making, I should not get angry because of that. I should be thankful because of that, because I can't see myself in the screen when we are filming. And that's exactly lo que pasó contigo. Yo veía y me alegré de que tú vinieras a mí y me pidieras la ayuda, porque eso te hace crecer. This is how you grow as an actor. When you recognize yourself that you need help, and you did like really, really great.
Thank you.
Since the beginning until the end, when I saw your scene that you are not with me, I was like, Jesus, Abel did just great. He followed all the instruction, and that's what really important.
Thank you, man. Thank you. You're a good teacher, man. Really, honestly.
I'll slip you that $100 bill, Manu, that I promised I'll pay you if you said nice things about Abel.
No, el tipo de verdad que me dio.
Really?
Okay, so your past roles. So I see your opportunity that you had as Matón on Los Culpables, which is a Spanish based. That was a film, right? Was that a short film or a regular film?
No, that was a movie.
A movie.
It's a Dominican movie. It was in all the theater in Dominican, and then it was like in the TV for more than 6 months. Yeah, that was my first movie.
Yeah, that was your first break. And was that how did that feel? How did that feel to break into that after going to your classes and doing all your stuff and preparing to get in front of that camera and actually get on this real project?
Well, I'm going to tell you something very interesting about that movie. That was the first time that I have a gun in my hand in my entire life. And it was a real gun. So when I have to do that scene, I was so nervous because it was my first movie and because I have a real gun in my hand. So I have to call my teacher, Raúl Arrieta, that I no tengo palabra para agradecerle. I called him, and by the phone, he was just calling me down and he told me what to do. But other than that, it was an experience like really, really. It's like when you are, cuando estás sembrando una semilla y luego ves el árbol florecer. It was like that. It was like, really, I'm putting in practice everything that I learned in the school. And I fit very good in the group, in the whole crew. Like, I made friends with everybody. I have no complaint. And as Abel say, when I have like some question, I just went to the other actors, and they was like really buenos experimentados actores de República Dominicana, and they helped me. So I didn't get a negative answer. They was all like, "Oh no, come, let me help you. You're gonna do this like this. Breathe, get calm, get comfortable." So they really helped me, and especially the director. He's from Spain, but he's been living in Dominican Republic like more than 40 years, I think. And he was like really good with me, and it was like really an experience that I didn't feel like it was my first. Even when it was, I didn't feel it like that. I feel like, oh, I've been doing this the whole life.
Right. No, and then when you go work on a project like Collateral Interest and you see poor little Abelito suffering the same fate, and you're paying it forward, and you're paying it. We lost you. Okay, you
No, I'm
turned
fine.
off. Okay, and you're paying it forward, so that's awesome. Then you jump from that, and then all the way now, fast forwarding into this year. Earlier on in this year, you were on what's called Redención en la Oscuridad, which is an interesting project. It's also a Spanish based Dominican production.
Actually, like I say, ahí estamos las Naciones Unidas
Okay.
because we have Venezuelan, we have Colombian, we have Dominican, we have Argentinian.
Bueno, no, pero estoy hablando de la producción. Like was that
It is based
filmed?
here in Miami.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
the director is ay me mata si yo Paraguay. Yeah. From
Okay.
Paraguay.
He's Hispanic. Let's just leave it
Yes.
at that. Awesome. Hey, it happens.
Sorry, yes. I forget where you're from.
He's from one of those countries. He's Hispanic. Let's just chalk it up to that.
But he's a very, very good director. I think Abel, you get to meet him when we did the premiere for Collateral Interest.
Yes, I do believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah,
he's
yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
So it's like these you guys are like locked in a room, right? And you have to like figure out a way to
Ese
get
es,
out.
ese es el Bueno. Yo creo que ese actor se llama apellido Bueno.
Yes,
Yeah.
Carlos Bueno.
Carlos Bueno, sí.
Yeah, he's he's Carolina boyfriend, the one that that plays Suarez.
Oh, okay.
Collateral. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like an interesting project.
Yeah,
I'm
this
not.
movie,
Mhm.
Andy, yes, it happened in a room. We all wake up, like from nowhere. We all wake up there, and we don't know where we are. We don't know who they are. I mean, I don't know who they are. Nobody knows each other, and the thing start happening. So we start getting letters that give us like como diciéndote lo que tienes que hacer. Is giving you instruction what you have to do so that you can get out of the room.
Como un escape room.
Oh, it's an escape room.
Yes.
Mhm.
But everybody start getting crazy. I can tell you nobody is good, nobody is bad, because when time start running is when everybody start getting crazy and getting the real personality. So in the movie, I play Dr. Rodriguez. He's a very famous doctor, rich guy, that you will think he is good because he's kind. He start worrying about everybody, helping everybody in the room, even when he don't know anybody. But then you find out that he is not the person that you think he is. He have like a really dark side, and that's what people are going to find out when they watch the movie. Because I'm not gonna tell you.
Coño, diablo, ahí está el demonio. Ahí
Óyeme,
está el demonio, diablo.
y
The
ya
thing is,
salió
I am always bad.
Pero es que de verdad, Manu, tienes cara de malo, de verdad. No, tú me sales en un alley y yo me cago, yo me asusto.
Manu looks like a nice guy. What are you talking about?
No, cara de malo cuando pone cara de malo, pero el tipo es buena gente.
No, I play one good character, and it's also called Jose. That movie hasn't come out yet. We filmed it in 2022, so it's still in post production. But this is the only one that I am good. It's a guy that he crossed the border with his daughter and his wife. He's really poor guy, so his daughter is dying of cancer. He bring her to the United States, hoping that they can help him here. It's a very interesting movie. It's called Alma Azul. Actually, the actress that played my daughter, she's Cuban, great actress. I mean, she is really really good. And the movie is about the syndrome de Down. So we have a guy that he have the syndrome de Down, and my daughter that have cancer. So that is the whole history in the movie. In that one, I am a good guy. So the whole movie, I don't change.
You don't change. Esto, Manu, but it does seem, right? It does seem like there's like a trajectory in your career of kind of you playing like these bad roles. Is it funner to play the bad guy than the good guy? I mean, I would feel like it is.
It is actually, I like better to be the villain than be the good guy. I think you have more impact in the audience because people always remember the bad, but they forget about the good guy like very easy. Because the bad guy is always doing the show interesting.
Right.
The good guy is always suffering inside, like, oh my god, what I'm
Mhm.
gonna do, these guys, they trying to kill me, oh, I owe money to this guy, or my wife is dying, or whatever. But the bad guy is always in character, is always doing something that people will always remember. So I really like to be the villain.
That is interesting. You're right. It's, the bad guy is always just in character. He's just
Yeah.
doing his thing, living his bad guy life.
That's right.
Would it bother you though
But
if you were ever typecasted in your career as just being a bad guy? Would that bother you?
no, 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 because this is something interesting that maybe is good for able to know as well. I get roles. I get casting. They send me casting for good guy, but I don't do it.
It's not fun.
It is no. I mean, I like when I see the script and I see that he's a really bad guy that have like really tough character, and he is like, no mercy with anybody. This is the kind of character that I like, because I like to be out of my comfort zone. And in real life, I'm really good. I'm very caring. I always care about people. I'm always helping people, doing good thing and everything. So when I get a villain, it's like playing something that I am not, and I never in my life would like to be in real life a bad guy. But it's fun to do it, because then when I see myself in the screen, it's like I really, really change personality. So this is not me, and this is why I like. But I also, yeah, I get a lot of good roles that when I read the script, I say, you know what? No, I don't think that I'm gonna do this.
Being a bad guy seems to be like the climax of acting. It's like why you got into acting in the first place is to be outside of your comfort zone, is to be something that you're not. And if
Yeah,
Manu Cabrera is normally a nice dude, which once again, I don't know you personally, but you seem like a nice guy. It's fun to work and be the bad guy because you're outside of your comfort zone.
yeah, exactly. So it's to play to be something that you never gonna be in real life.
Right.
Because if I am a good guy, it's like the other days I get a project. They sent me the script. When I read it, it was like I do this. I do you too as well.
Hmm.
And it was like doing exactly what I do. And I was like, but this is me. I don't like to play role that is me. And they was
Right.
like, no, no, this is the character that we want. And I say, yeah, but look at my YouTube channel. So this is exactly what I do. So I'm not gonna feel like I'm playing something to be or somebody else. It's gonna be Manu with another name, with another show name in a movie. So I don't like that.
Right,
Because
because you need to
when,
stretch your you
when
need to
you
stretch the character.
yeah, when you watch it, you're gonna say, "Oh, this guy is he acting?" Because this is what he do every day. So you're not gonna see me as an actor. You're gonna just see Manu Cabrera in a movie with another name doing exactly what he do in real life.
Understood.
So Manu is a mean Dominican man.
Dun, dun, dun.
But
But
wait 1 second, guys.
dime.
There's also this. Manu, I'm gonna show something here right now.
He feels so dirty. Why, man? Could have happened to anyone.
It didn't. It happened to me.
120, 40, 60.
Just know me since I was 6.
6, 7. You can't just say random numbers while I'm counting. I gotta start over. 120, 40, 60.
Mrs. Harrison, my mom's best friend. She used to babysit me. He feels so sick.
So she saw you take your shirt off and dance a little.
She touched my winky.
Did he say winky?
I'm gonna.
oh,
God, oops. Sorry. I'm gonna spare you of the rest, Manu. I'm gonna spare you. Manu, come on, man. It seems like you could do comedy too, man. Don't mess with us. You look like you were in that zone there in that comedy.
Actually, I can do it. I
believe
did
you.
comedy in the theater, and it was like a really, really challenge for me. But the director trusts me, and she was like, "You can do it." And I was like, no, I like to be like, I like action. I like to be in drama. I don't like comedy. I don't feel like I can do comedy. And she was like, you're going to do it. And when you get there and you listen people laughing, then you will realize that, yes, you can do it. So I went in the theater and I was so nervous. And after 2 minutes talking with my partner, the whole audience was like laughing really loud. And then I just come down and I was like, oh, she was right. People
Mhm.
liked me. So I can do comedy. But it's not like something that I will choose at first. It is calm and it's like interesting. I will do it. But it's not because I choose as first.
Yeah, you're not going to be Jim Carrey, but you definitely
He's got something.
But you definitely have that real world kind of dark comedy thing about you that I think if you were cast in a role that happened to be a comedic kind of role, I think would definitely be pretty fun.
Most of my friends they always say that because when I am not in camera, I am like really funny, and
Right.
I'm always joking, and sometimes they don't get it, and then like 5 minutes later they are like, oh, okay, now I get it, and everybody start laughing, and they always say if we have high camera with you. We will get like the best show ever. And I say, never do that because when I am off camera, I can be like really, really nasty with the words.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
mean, it's funny, but I say a lot of bad words that people will never think that I say this kind of word. So my friends are always like, yeah, but that's what people like. And I say, "Yeah, but I don't want to be known because I am the guy that is always saying bad words with the jokes. They okay, so but yeah, I can do comedy, but it's not my choice at first.
what's one of those bad words? Give us an example, Manu. Carajo, mierda.
No, they-
You know?
He's not gonna say he's a decent
No,
man.
no.
No,
Manu's a
actually,
nice guy.
the first movie that I worked with Yao, I am a mafioso. And there was a scene that I have to say about war, and it was really hard for me to get it. So I have to come to Adriana Barraza. She coached me, and she was like, "You have to feel it here." And I say, "But I don't feel comfortable saying bad word in acting." And
Mm.
she was like giving me like it was a therapy. She was like, "Remember, it's not Manu, it's the character."
Yeah.
Is the character. And she was like, okay, what word do you feel good saying? And I was like, any. No, I can't say that word. But then after like honestly 2 hours exercising with her, then and the word was mierda. I mean, it wasn't like like something like really not. It was mierda, and I can't just say like, no, que mierda. It was like really hard for me because it feel fake. And when I feel fake, that I explained that to Abel when we was practicing back for Collateral, you have to be real. So people have to see you and feel like you are real. And every time that I say mierda, it was like so fake that even she say, yeah, we need to change the word because it looked like so fake. And then I changed the word for carajo. But carajo, it was more intense. It give you more. It made the character more strong when I say it instead of say mierda that I feel and I see myself so fake. I was like carajo. So
Claro.
that changed the whole scene. And when I came to Yao, I told him and I explained why I was changing the word, and he was like, "Man, you are the guy. Whatever you want to do, just do it."
Y sí, él estaba hablando de que tú lo ayudaste bastante también en las traducciones en el script cuando estábamos ahí en las mañanas allá en Santo Domingo, temprano por la piscina.
Sí.
Bastante. So he acknowledged all of that. So
Yeah, he came to me. Well, actually, when I was in the makeup, he said, "I need your help with this." It was when you all guys were in the table
Yep.
that I wasn't there, and then he bring me to the table. And so that was the moment. And he said, "I need your help here." So, and as I say, when you are an actor and you are just working for you, things can be bad. But when you are an actor and you are working for you and everybody, then the show is gonna be good. So everybody's gonna be good. I think that is what matter. You cannot just work for you and the rest doing una mierda. Entonces, tú no vas a lucir bien. O sea, you're gonna just look like a jerk that worked by himself and didn't help anybody else.
Correct.
So
Correct. Yo sí, sí, le voy a decir una cosa, que I can't wait for season 2 because I heard that it's going to be phenomenal.
it's going to be.
Well,
I
let's
can't wait there. So it's gonna be so good.
we're gonna get into collateral interest talk right now, but before we do so, Rosalinda on Instagram says Manu, it's easier to curse in Espanol than it is in English.
It is.
Yeah.
But even for me, it's hard to do it in Spanish because I wasn't raised like that. Every time that I say a bad word, my mom just slap on me. You know how Latins are.
Yep.
She was always like, "What are you saying? You don't say that again." It was like, okay. So I grew up without saying bad word. Now that I am old enough, I'm not gonna say my age. Thank you. So I can say words.
21.
Then even when she listened that I say something, she's like, she turned around like, "What did you just say?" Nothing, mom. Like when I was 10 years, I was like, nothing, man, because believe me, she will come to me and slap me. So,
Andedazo. How
and
did
you know, we have to respect. And this is what I like about the Latin people, that we are kind of different raising kids. And this is
yeah.
why we all are very respectful with people. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that the other nationality, they don't do it, but it's different.
Yep.
I just tell my kids that my own grandmother in her house, I used to ask her for permission to open up her own refrigerator. I used to be like, "Abuela, can I get something out of the fridge?" I've seen people in this country, routine whatever, usually non-Hispanics, usually that will come to your own home and open your fridge and grab something out of the fridge. And I was like, what the? And I was an adult, whatever. But I remember when I was younger, that used to be shocking. I used to be like,
Yeah.
dude, like it was almost like an invasion of privacy. And it was just because I was just kind of taught sort of a certain way. And a lot of it's odd with Hispanics. A lot of us learn things almost in an unspoken way. Like you don't have to have your mother say, you need to ask your grandmother for permission. It was almost kind of just like ingrained into the unspoken fabric
Right.
of
Yeah,
the upbringing. It's weird.
and especially when you were somewhere with your parents and you were being naughty, like your mother just have to look at you like,
Oh yeah, just to look.
and that was everything that you need to know to get quiet and don't even breathe.
Yeah,
Right.
just to look. Manu, how did you land the role as Jose Andres Garcia on Collateral Interest? How did you get that going?
Well, interesting question. It was because of the first movie that I worked with Jao. The character is very similar, so he likes the work that I did in the first one. So when he came with this project, he called me. He and Jeff called me, and they were both were telling me like, "Listen, we have a project, and we have a character that is you. We want you to do it." And they even refer the other movie. They say the role that you did. His name was Jorge. They was like, "We want Jorge in this series," and I was like, "Okay, so if you really want me to do it, I will do it." So this is
Coming
how
with me to
yeah, this is how I get this role because it is very similar to the other one. That actually Rosalinda that is there, she was my mom in the other movie, and she kills me. Oh my God.
Ay, qué buena gente esa Rosalinda.
Rosalinda, I love you.
No, she's great.
Why
I
you
met her.
kill me?
She's great.
She didn't kill me by herself, but she sent somebody to kill me. My own mother.
She sounds like a good
He's
person.
responsible.
And responsible.
Yeah. So this is how I get Jose Andres Garcia.
Do you feel that this role will start to solidify your climb into bigger and greater things? You feel that? Do you feel that inside that this role will cement something for you moving forward?
I do.
Why?
I do. I trust because it's very strong. It's a character that I have to be working every time. And as Abel say in season 2, there's a lot of things coming up that I will have to build more. this character. And as I said before, it's not me. It's something that it's somebody that I have to create and make it so real that people can connect with him. And I also love like narco series. So this character is like one of my goals that I always was like, I want to do like, I don't know if you know the El Señor de los Cielos. Um,
Si ese es el mexicano, creo que era piloto o algo así, ¿no?
no, él es un narco. O
Es
sea,
un
es
narco.
un líder, pero es un coño de madre, como dicen los venezolanos.
Ajá.
Es super strong.
Ujú.
He is like the one that controls everybody. All the other character he controls. So I always want to play a role like that. So as an actor, I have like some different roles that I want to play if I have the opportunity. And one of them was to be a cartel leader. The other one is to be a psycho because I want to like create that character and see how it comes out. But Jose Garcia, I think he will open a lot of door for me as an actor.
I would say he's a little psycho.
You might have killed two birds with one stone.
Yeah, you can kill
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. An interesting question. If they offered you a role to play a psycho, but you have to be behind a camera, you know, like one of those movies where like you're wearing a mask or something,
I will
and you're
do it.
casting the credits, and you cast in the credits, right?
Yeah, I will
Does
do it.
that satisfy you as playing a psycho, quote unquote, or do you want your face to be seen?
Not the kind of psycho that I want, but I will do it because
Oh.
it will start helping me to create the cycle that I want to. I don't know if you ever saw the series Hannibal.
Yes.
You see él es el asesino serial,
Ajá.
but he's a psychologist. He
Yeah,
is a chef. He's very elegant.
He owns a
also
gym.
helped
He
the
owns a gym.
FBI
He owns a gym in Dominican Republic.
No, but you know, this is the kind of character that I would like to do. That serial killer that is very calm and he's elegant. Um, he throw parties and he made people to eat the people that he killed. Something like that.
So let me ask you a question. So I think what we're thinking more along the lines is, how would you portray that character? Since as actors we use a lot of our mannerisms in our face, and your face would be covered with a mask. How would you? I mean, how would you put more of your theater into it, like your body movements? Obviously, your verbiage will be your verbiage, but how does that? How do you get that emotion across to the screen? I think would be a better question. Maybe.
Well, remember something that I told you before.
Mm-hmm.
Yo trabajo con la imaginación, con el
Okay.
sí mágico. If
Okay.
I am this guy, what I'm gonna do. So I think it doesn't matter if you have the face cover because your move, your body, el movimiento corporal, it will let people know what you are doing. So what you are projecting. So I think you don't need to show your face to do a great job. If you have a really good imagination and if you get, you do the research and you get like information about how psycho behavior are, so you don't need to show your face. I think with your body and the action that you do with the character, it is enough to let people know that you are a really psycho.
¿Viste, Andy? Que no luce como un loco, pero actúa como un loco, brother.
As long as you act like one, you're all good. Yeah, so we had actually before I get to the Yao thing that I was going to tell you, I wanted to say that so obviously you're Dominican, and before Abel told me, we got into that before that I had no idea, you know, this, that, and the other. Was it tough to play a Mexican? I mean, I know everybody thinks that Hispanics are all Mexicans, if you get what I mean, which is not obviously the case. Sometimes if you're going to play a Mexican, you know, you have to get into a certain state of mind. You have to get into, an accent, a way of being, mannerisms or something. Did you have to do anything different, or did you just say, screw it, I'm Hispanic, I got this?
I have to practice the neutral accent to not sound like Dominican. Even when I normally don't sound 100% Dominican, it can be. But to play a Mexican in this series, it's been easy because it's kind of Spanglish. So if you are Spanglish, it's easier than be 100% Mexican because then you have to work a lot in the accent. I have a coach, so every time that I need to get in the accent, like for Mexican, or even if the production that I'm working, it is in English and they want me with a perfect English that I don't have, but I'm not afraid of that. Then I get the coach to work with me with the script, and then I get the correct English, like all the word, like the accent and everything. It's exactly the same that I did with the Mexican one. Adriana Barras helped me a lot with that. I have another friend that she's from Mexico that I always ask her to practice with me, and she's always correcting me like, "No, we don't say this word. This will sounds better," and she always give me option to sounds more Mexican.
How was it? How was it working with Yao? We had him on last week. He spoke great things about you. I think Abel mentioned prior. But how was it working with him as a director, and what made him stand out? I mean, the guy seems to have great drive. I mean, just last week, excuse me, not last week, a few days ago when we spoke to him, I said this out loud during the interview. I was like, I'm not even an actor, and I feel like I want to just be on set and work for you. I don't know why. Um, what makes him different from your experience working with versus other directors?
Well, I'm gonna tell you one word: coaching. Why this word? Because I've been working with a lot of directors and they are focused on directing the script, the screen, what how it look, the light, the sounds. But Joe, um, he take care of everything, especially coaching all the actors that are working with him. So I've been working with Joe for around about 4 years already. And every time that we are on set, it's like a coaching. It's like being in an acting class because he take the time to make every actor before going to a scene to feel comfortable with the character and to get the character like very real that when he say action, we don't have to cut. So we go through the whole scene, and then if we have to repeat it, we do it. But he prepares you before you go on set, and this is one of the things that I like the most of him. Also, it's the kind of director that you don't find everywhere because he just not coaching you, but he always advise you. He always give you like a very inspirational message before the scene, after the scene. He always take the time. I think he really cares about everybody working with him, not just the actors, but the whole crew, because his messages is not just for the actors; it's for everybody. The coachings is for the actors because the actors are the one that going in front of the camera, but the message, the inspirational message, I told him, you are a really natural speaker, motivational speaker. So I know he's gonna get like really far in the acting, directing, but if he goes with the motivational speaker, he will be big as well. So I really
I
like this.
agree.
I agree too.
Did you have any watch parties yesterday? Were you one of those people that were renting out an entire movie theater to
No,
to
I
watch the show?
didn't because I was traveling. Thank God I
Okay.
didn't. Things always happen for a reason. So I was coming back from Santo Domingo. I was planning the watch party for Saturday because most of my friends they work the whole week, but they are free on Saturday and Sunday. So we were planning for Saturday, and if the show comes out today or tomorrow, we're still doing it. But if no, then we just wait for the show to come out.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
And we
I
were
was
waiting.
like, I was
Everybody
like,
was
I was
waiting.
like waiting. I was reloading and reloading, and then Yao comes out with the stuff, and I felt bad
I
for him.
wasn't. I was at the airport all the time like this.
Constantly
Just
waiting.
Like
waiting.
collateral interest. No, not yet. Not yet. Oh my God, what is coming out? Because I really was hoping that when I get back, it was the show is gonna be on Tubi and Amazon. So I was thinking like, I'm gonna watch it myself, and then I'm gonna have the party with everybody else.
The, good idea. Good idea.
So, Here's my final question for you, Manu, and I know you're a busy man who has a lot going on, so we've appreciated you being on the show and taking the time to be here with us and answering all of our questions. Um, you worked with the great, and I'm going to highlight him. Hold on.
Oh my God, is this me? Are you gonna mess with me not
You
again?
worked with the great Abel Cepeda. Abel
The
Cepeda,
Hollywood actor.
Hollywood actor, cast as Oscar, part of your cartel. How was it working with Abel? And is that something that you will add onto your resume or LinkedIn profile that you worked with Abel Cepeda?
Ay, Dios mío.
Actually, working with Abel, Abel, oye, chico,
Abel,
que
Pablo,
hola.
Pablo, Abel.
It was very easy because Abel is this kind of person that he let you help, let you give you instruction, and he follows. He is easy. I mean, Abel es una persona súper fácil de trabajar, es muy cuidadoso, muy respetuoso. He cares about the others because so many times he comes to me and he was asking like, what do you think the others people are doing? Do you think they need to change something? Like he cares not just about him but about everybody. I think we create like a very good friendship. When we wasn't in on camera, we was like in the corner talking about everything, not just about acting. So working with Avon, it was like great time, and I really looking forward to do it again in Collateral Interest on any other project that I can work with him. I will be more than happy to have him as my partner. But I would love, listen this, I really would love to be in a production with Avon where we are enemy because I want
Oh,
to see that growth of him. So I
okay,
want to
good.
see this part, but not in my side. I want to see it in my face.
Nice.
I like that. Thank you very much for your sweet words, man.
Yeah. Was that your hardest
Quiero
acting role?
pelear contigo, cabrón.
Dale, mi nombre es Oscar Miguel Fuentes y soy un hombre justo.
Was that the hardest role you've had right there, having to say nice things about Abel like that? I mean, you were really.
No.
I saw your acting chops, like really.
No,
on
no.
point.
Everything that I say is true. So I'm able knows. I am very honest person, and when I don't like something, I just say it.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you like it or no. If something is not good for me or I don't feel comfortable, I will tell you, Andy, okay, shut up, go away, don't talk to me. So I am this kind
I've
of
heard
person.
that word.
Everybody
I've
knows.
heard that quite a bit, Andy. Shut up and go away.
Todo el mundo sabe, todo el mundo sabe. O sea, yo soy muy nice, soy muy amigable, soy pero si alguien no me agrada, yo no finjo. I don't pretend. So I don't like you, and that's it. So go
We're in
away.
company, bro, because I think Abel and I are operate the same way.
Igual.
So, Manu, I'm going to give you the last word. Anything you want to say? Any shout outs you want to give? Anything that I know you have your own show, so you talk plenty and stuff like that. But
But
on
good
our
part.
show, on our platform, if there's anything you want to say as the last word, I'll give you the spotlight.
Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I was looking every video of you, and I think you guys are doing a great show. So I'm gonna say this in Spanish. Le voy a desear todo el éxito del mundo porque lo están haciendo súper bien. Qué bueno que siempre se busca la forma de hacer algo para entretener, para mandar un mensaje, para simplemente para divertir a los demás. No importa dónde ustedes estén. Veo que, como dijiste, se mudaron de Miami hacia Gainesville y mira cómo están haciendo esto. Entonces, a tu audiencia le quiero decir que lo que sea que se propongan, cáiganle atrás. En buen dominicano, cáiganle atrás. No te quedes frenado, no tengas miedo, no te lleve de lo que las demás personas te digan, porque todo en la vida es posible si nosotros creemos en nosotros mismos. No importa lo que los demás piensen, si tú crees en ti y tú confías en ti, lo que sea que te propongas en la vida, lo vas a lograr. Así que, mi gente, pa'lante. Keep watching the Cuban Dude. Thank you for inviting me. It's been a pleasure to be here with you and sharing all my career as an actor and also my experience. And I'm glad that you invited me because I think this show is going big as well. So I am one of the first, like, I am the number 13 or 14.
I think 13 or 14. Well, you're one of the first. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
Well, but
Um,
I just don't want to be the 13.
no, actually, I think you were
And-
14. Actually, no, you are 14. You're 14. Actually, I have it written up here. Episode 14. There you go. You're 14.
Oh,
Hey, let's
good.
give a round of applause to Manu Cabrera. Very nice words. And Manu, people can find you on Instagram at Manu Cabrera Oficial, right? At Manu
That's right.
Cabrera Oficial. I'm assuming if you're on Facebook, it's something along the same lines, right? Manu
Yes,
Cabrera.
Manu Cabrera. Yeah.
Manu Cabrera. And Manu Cabrera on Collateral Interest, which hopefully will come out
Hopefully by the weekend.
sometime soon, sometime real soon. Once again, Manu Cabrera, thank you so much. Thank you for being us, Manu.
guys.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You have a great night.
You too. Thank you.
Ciao.
That's the great Manu Cabrera. What a nice guy.
Super.
Yeah, it's funny because when I first saw him on the cast, when I saw the como que le llaman, the trailer,
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, that dude is gnarly. And I almost felt like I had seen him before in another production.
Uh-huh.
But obviously I think it might have been my imagination just because he's, like I said, he's fairly new. He's kind of on the up and up. So I don't think I think I might have him mixed up with somebody else. Pero needless to say, he gave me the vibes of somebody else that I felt like I've seen.
Right.
And that, to me, in my estimation, is good enough to pass the sniff test of like, damn, I think this guy is
He's on the up
captivating.
and up. Yeah, no, he's captivating. He knows his craft. He loves his craft. I think the guy's on the up and up. He says he is not looking for Hollywood, but I think Hollywood is going to be looking for him soon.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. So I'm very happy for him, and like we mentioned before, hopefully Collateral Interest comes out sometime real soon. Abel, you got anything else, man? I think we're good. We're on an hour. I think we're good just talking to Manu on this episode. There's nothing new with me.
Do we know who our next guest is, my brother, so we can let people know?
Yes, actually. Okay, so before we sign off, those of you that are still on, please follow us on the Instagram and on the Facebooks. Instagram and Facebook.
It's
On the My Faces.
in the My Faces.
At Cuban Dudes. And subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. If you're watching the episode and you didn't subscribe, please subscribe. Next week, Thursday next week, we have the great Rick Naranjo.
Rick Naranjo, as Abel calls him.
I wish I would have loaded the clip. I wish I would have had it ready. Damn, I wish I would have known that question was coming. Rick Naranjo.
Live TV,
Rick
baby.
Naranjo. We got Rick Nahara next week on Thursday. And then on Friday is going to be our first big influencer, I guess, if you will, is going to be on the show with us. Mr. Red.
Woo! Let's hear it for Red.
Mr. Red is going to be on, a Cuban influencer from Miami. He's like on everybody's commercials down there. He's a hot shot. He was also on the Sweet 15s Rick Naranjo,
Last
Sweet
weekend.
15 last
Mhm.
weekend.
And this weekend, if you guys are going to go see, is going to be Darion.
Darion's going to be this weekend.
This
I wanted to
weekend.
go this weekend, but I couldn't make it. I'm gonna be down, not this weekend, the next. So I'm gonna catch the show right as it's ending. I'm hoping almost. I kind of wished I bought the tickets for I got the tickets for Saturday, and I was thinking to myself, maybe I should have got them for Sunday, because I feel like at Sunday, once it's like the last show, I feel like the cast is probably just gonna party and like not care anymore.
No, you're gonna see it's a fun play, man. You're gonna enjoy yourself.
Yeah. So I'm going down for that, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I wanted to go this weekend to meet up with our friend Orlando.
Well, what is Orlando gonna do? What is he doing down there?
He's doing I think in Miami they have like a country fair or something. I'm not sure if it's in the youth fair playground or if it's somewhere else, but I know it's in Miami. It's like a country fair on Sunday.
Cool.
Where they have where they have all the Miami folk pretending to be country.
Yeah, they're country guys, but son guajiro, no son.
Yeah, guajiro.
They're not country like up here country.
It's like when I tell my wife when we drive through where we live, we're like, "Oh, you look, the real country walk."
Exactly, that long ass road to the farm.
Long ass road full of dirt. That's country walk for sure, baby. So he's doing a show, and then I think he had a few shows in Key West. That would have been cool to go down to Key West to watch him play. I'm sure that's going to be a vibe.
Especially drinking my 90 Miles South rum all day long, baby. Whoop, whoop. I want to say thank you very much for giving us the shirts, bringing the rum over. Guys, go to the website and purchase your rum today.
Honestly, guys, I'm not even saying this. Hold on. We got to get it now. Ay, coño. I didn't do it as good as before. But anyways, I'm not saying this just because we got a bottle and because we got the shirts and because I'm not that kind of person. Those of you that know me and those of you that don't know me get to know me. I'm not the type of person that's really full of shit.
Bullshit.
I'm not. I say things how it is. One of the reasons why I've been a success in life and also a reason why a lot of people don't like me.
Oh,
But I will say this rum, and Abel's just over there pouting because he's jealous. This rum, this guava rum from 90 Miles South, honestly, is just it's amazing. Like the flavor, the taste. I mean, when you smell this thing, it literally smells like a guava tree in like your grandma's house in Westchester or something like that, man. It's amazing. It's just guava. But when you put it down, when you drink it, it's smooth, it's warm, it's a tiny hint of sweet. It's honestly, and like I said, I'm not even trying to sell this. This is just pure honest. It's awesome.
awesome, dude. Enjoy it.
I love it. Love it. 90 Miles South. Hope you get another bottle somewhere in the future. That'd be nice. If not, I'll just start purchasing it. Abel, anything else?
No, my brother, we're good to go.
We're good to go, guys. Thank you so much for watching us. We had Manu Cabrera. Make sure, once again, Collateral Interest. Make sure, once again, to follow us on Instagram, on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. Helps us grow. We always mention this because this is our main priority to grow on YouTube, please. So help us out, and we will see you guys again next week. Oh, my wife says I need to taste it, so leave me some. Yeah, like if she drinks, like if she even drinks, I always offer her, babe, let's have something to drink, and she's like,
tonight's the night.
Tonight might be the night.
I know.
This is going down so warm. I actually wish it was winter right now because this is amazing. All right, guys, thank you so much. Let me load our little exit here.
Arrivederci.
Peace.
Has been El Cuban Dudes Show with Andy and Abel. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@CubanDudes, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram @CubanDudes. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.